Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Oh, great header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ferran Torres. Goulet. Rashford. And it's Xabi Alonso. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Griezmann. Good running, strong and purposeful. Aimed beyond the defence. Goulet. And Iniesta. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So, we're seeing some conservatism here.
Great vision. And the shot! Goulet.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Griezmann. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Kaká did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Looking for the run, Iniesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Mbappe, and it's Arda Güler. Can he get it through? Looking to play him in. Oh, shooting chance! And he's there to make the block. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And smartly reclaimed. Nice-looking ball. Bullish header! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Madrid definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
He's well... Alonso! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. Well stopped.
That's an excellent interception. And he's there to get it away. 15 minutes till half-time. Rashford. That's a nicely weighted pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Deco. And it's Carvajal. And here's Griezmann. Rashford.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking for options for movement. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Spectacular save! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Carvajal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Iniesta. And here's Mbappe. And he's in on goal. Delivery from Dani Carvajal. And that's the keeper's ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. No, he's not getting his way this time. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball one.
Kaká! Goal! I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might...
And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Barcelona just about ahead, 1-0 at the break.
Cambio de jugadores.
Away we go again. Barcelona leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Played in by Dani. He's rising! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Griezmann. And the pass is intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Played out wide. Ronaldinho promptly onto that, and that is that.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Araujo. Carvajal. Griezmann knocks it into space. And this is Griezmann. De Jong, who's set up one goal so far.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Griezmann. That's a cute ball. Kaká proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. Oh, great leap! And that is well cleared. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho finding himself in space. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Kaká takes a shot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? There's the... Oh, good effort! And it's in! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So
26.
changes afoot here,
El
and from
dorsal
both
10.
sides.
Ronaldinho.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
El dorsal 14. Eto'o. El dorsal
He
7.
steps in, and
El
that's the end of
dorsal
that.
9. Messi.
Rudiger. Oh, this looks sharp. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Brilliantly cut out. Has a look and place it forward. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Araujo pokes it out wide. Vinicius Junior. Messi. Oh, it's come loose. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now the breakaway. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barcelona are looking to break at pace. And here's Eto'o. Barcelona can consider themselves just about safe now. Now it's Mbappe. The final 5 minutes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rudiger clears without hesitation.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Well, that's a little loose. Yamal trying to keep this in. Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. Knocks it out wide. Vinicius Junior. He's having a pop! And that is as much as we have time for. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.